Hey class, it's Ashley and I'm back with another mentoring moment. And today I'm going to talk about how to apply for less jobs and get more callbacks from employers using my number one strategy for career success. I'm so excited to host this live, and I'm excited to have this real life conversation with you about advancing your career, because the truth is having someone do your resume isn't the fix that so many professional women think that it is. I think a lot of times there are people out here telling you that, oh, I can do your resume for you. I can update your resume for you. I have a bomb resume template that'll work for you, right? And so we sort of fall into these traps thinking that, there's some magical resume template out there for us and that it's going to solve all of our career development problems. And that is an absolute myth. It's an absolute myth. It's not accurate. And quite honestly, more than templates, what you really need to be doing at this stage in your career is being able to clearly, confidently, and concisely articulate your skill set and the skill sets that employers are looking for in their organizations to position yourself as a top candidate. So in today's conversation, I'm going to talk about the 3 shifts that you need to make to enhance your resume and gain the attention of top paying employers. And I'm going to teach you how to use this strategy to apply for less jobs and actually get more engagement from employers. I think there's a lot of folks out here that sort of brag about, like, I've applied for 100 jobs, I'm working so hard. And my response to that is always like, I'm so sorry to hear that, because my mentees don't have to apply to 100 jobs. Typically, in working with me in my MentorMe Accelerator, which is an 8-week career advancement program, my mentees are typically applying for maybe 3, maybe 5 jobs over the course of 8 weeks. They're getting 2 or 3 offers. We're negotiating those offers, and then they're choosing the best job offer that works for them and their values and their desires, right? And so we don't have to apply for 100 jobs. And in fact, if you're applying for 100 jobs, you're just wasting a lot of time. If you had an actual clearly defined career development strategy, you could apply for a lot less jobs and get a lot better results. And that's what I teach my mentees in the Mentor Me Accelerator. And in today's conversation, we're going to talk about this burnout that so many high achieving professional women are experiencing, right? And let me know, just throw some hearts up on the screen if you are experiencing some burnout in your career. Just press that heart button on the screen if you feel burned out or overwhelmed or bored or just frustrated at work. Maybe it's because all your coworkers are leaving and they've left you with all of this work. Or maybe you're not making enough money at work and that's been really frustrating to you. Or maybe you feel just completely overworked, your boss, your supervisor is just drowning you in projects and tasks, and it's just oh my goodness, I don't have time or capacity to do this. Or maybe you just feel it's time for a change, it's time for a new industry, it's time for a new commute to work, it's time for new coworkers, a new pay band, you're feeling the effects of spring and you're listen, Ashley, I need something new. I'm seeing those hearts go up on the screen. So if that's you are in the right place, because in today's conversation we're going to talk about how you can do less in your job search and get better results. And I know that for so many professional women, you're time strapped, right? You don't have a lot of time to be applying for 100 jobs and networking with anybody and everybody and updating your resume every other day to try to find a new job and advance your career. You literally don't have time to do that. And you need a simpler and a more streamlined and a more sophisticated strategy for your job search that actually drives results. And if that sounds like what you're looking for, then the Mentor Me Accelerator is absolutely the best fit for you. As I shared, it's an 8-week career advancement program specifically designed for new and mid-level professional women. And in that program, I help my mentees very clearly articulate exactly what they're good at, exactly what they're not good at, and how to use what they're good at to get what they want in their career. And for so many professional women, your deepest desire is to have more ease in your life, to not have things be so hard, to lean into this new term called the soft life, where you don't have to grind every day and work 12-hour days. For so many professional women, you want to make enough money to enjoy your life, right? You want to be able to move or relocate relocate. You want to be able to buy a bigger home or buy your first home. You want to be able to take extended vacations without worrying about where the money is going to come from. You want to be able to give back to your community, to your siblings, to your to your family, right, there's so many desires that you have, and working in a job where you're undervalued, underpaid, and overworked doesn't allow you to really lean into and have your deepest desires. And so my job as a mentor is to really help you use the skills, the knowledge, the talent, and the expertise that you already have to actually elevate your life in the ways that you desire. And each of my mentees have different desires, right? Like some of my mentees are like, Ashley, I need a $30,000 salary increase because we're trying to save for a down payment on a house and I cannot save on my current salary. Like I literally can't save any money because every dollar goes to bills. Or some of my mentees are like, listen, Ashley, I'm trying to live a rich auntie lifestyle. I need to be able to take longer vacations, extended vacations, more vacations. I need to stay at elevated hotels. I need to be able to fly first class. And this current salary is not cutting it. Some of my mentees are like, listen, Ashley, I want a higher level role. Like I really want to drive impact in my industry. I'm tired of being middle management. I'm tired of having other people tell me what to do. I have really great ideas to drive this industry forward. And I want to be recognized as an industry leader. I want to do meaningful work. I actually want to do work in my industry that helps people. And so whatever your desires are for your career, my job as a mentor is to help you achieve those desires by doing less and getting more, right? And I feel like, whenever you talk about doing less and getting more, people are always leery of that because so many of us, and I know I'm an 80s baby. Let me know if you can relate, any other 80s babies in the house. I feel like for so much of my life, I was told grind, go to school, get another degree. Like I've been constantly told that I need to do more and doing more is going to yield more results. But one of the things that I found true for my own life, right, in my mid 30s, right, for my own life, and what I've seen for the hundreds of women I've served and mentored, and the over $1 million I've helped them women earn in salary increases, raises, and bonus, what I've seen is that a streamlined ease approach is better for your career development. And that's what I teach in my programs. We are not going to be grinding to find a new job. And when we get the new job, we're not going to be grinding on the job. We are going to approach our life and career by centering ease. No longer do you have to grind. No longer do you have to put your head down and do the work. No longer do you have to, fake it till you make it. No longer do you have to fit in and assimilate. Like none of that is required in working with me as a mentor to help you advance your career. The skills, the knowledge, the talent, the expertise, all of you in your full authentic self can make more money and have more impact and industry. And my job as a mentor is to help you do just that. Shantae said, woo, I'm right on time. You are right on time, sis, because I'm accepting new mentees into my Mentor Me Accelerator right now, and I'll be closing that cohort next week on Friday. And so if this conversation is resonating with you, if you're like, I'm team do less and get more, I'm team use the stuff I already and did and cash in on that, I'm team having an ease approach to finding a new job, a new industry, a new area of work, a new area of impact in my work, and actually not grinding to do it. If that sounds like you, then this is the perfect time for you to join the accelerator. And I'm so excited to welcome 7 more mentees in my program. So please go to my website. It's pinned at the bottom of the screen. It's mentor-me.org. That's mentor-me.org. And this is a really powerful program and a really powerful opportunity for you to get expert level mentorship and executive coaching to move your career forward. So if that sounds like what you're looking for, then I'm excited to share that with you. All right, so I'm so thrilled to be in this live with you today, and we're going to talk about 3 specific high impact strategies to apply for less jobs and get more results. And strategy number 1, and actually all 3 of these strategies are around this concept of demonstrated experience, right? So demonstrated experience, that's what I do. That's what I help my mentees do. And so this is predicated on the fact, and I know this is true of all of you who are watching live and everyone who will watch on replay, this idea is predicated on the fact that you already have experience. The work that you've done in high school, the work that you did in undergrad, the work that you did for the last 3, 5, 7 years in your industry. The work that you've done over the course of your career is a demonstration of your experience. It's a demonstration of your experience. And my job as a mentor is to help you leverage that experience so that you can make more money and have more impact without having to go back to school, without having to earn another degree, without having to get another credential, without having to wait your turn, without having to wait for somebody to put you on. My job as a mentor is to help you use the demonstrated experience that you already have to position yourself as a problem solver in industry. Right? So somebody type demonstrated experience in the chat. I just want to make sure that we're on the same page. Feel free to take notes in the chat for your neighbor. If somebody joins the live later or they're watching on replay, they'll be able to see the notes in the ways that you all were engaging. So again, type the words demonstrated experience. I just want to make sure we're on the same page and you know what we're talking about. Demonstrated experience, right? And I think that one of the challenges with high achieving women is that we downplay our experience. Well, all I did was make the company $30,000 in 6 weeks by changing this process. All I did was train 70 people last year. Like we just act like the amazing things that we do are no big deal. And this is like wild to me because in any other, like when I talk to you all about your career, when you apply to work with me and we have that initial conversation, you all are like, well, all I did was this and all I did was that. And I'm like, sis, that's major. That's amazing. That's massive impact. But because maybe nobody told you, or because you didn't realize it, or because you've had a horrible mentor over the course of your career, or maybe you've never had mentorship at all, or maybe you have a boss that's jealous of you, or maybe you have coworkers who hate on you, you don't recognize that you're doing amazing things in your career. Right? And so my job as a mentor is to help you recognize that you're doing amazing, impactful things and learn how to demonstrate that amazing experience that you already have and translate that to dollars with a new employer or with a higher level role with your existing employer. Right? And so that idea of demonstrated experience is what I use in my programs to actually help my mentees make more money and have more impact. And each of you who are on today's live has demonstrated experience. You might not recognize it. You might not see it right now. But when you join the Mentor Me Accelerator in session 1, we are going to kick off with me combing through your background, combing through your skill sets, combing through your existing degrees and credentials, combing through everything that you've done in your career up to this point and showing you how you can use the skills, the knowledge, the talent, the expertise that you already have to make more money and have more impact right now. Right. And this is like literally right now because I'm accepting new mentees right now. And for women who are looking to secure a minimum of a $25,000 salary increase by June, the time to join me is now. Right. And so you have to be able to use that demonstrated experience to gain the attention of top employers. And it's not enough to just have the demonstrated experience. You also have to know how to use it. Right. So like the first step is like knowing that the first step is recognizing that you have demonstrated experience. And each of you on today's live, regardless of your industry, regardless of how long you've been in the industry, regardless of what degrees you have, you already have demonstrated experience. My job is to help you actually use it and leverage it to gain the attention of employers. But you first have to sort of like recognize that you have it. And then you join the Mentor Me Accelerator. And what I'm going to do is teach you how to use it to actually gain the attention of employers. So you might say, well, yeah, I volunteer for my church and I lead this youth group. And, I volunteered in my community at a youth center and I did this work. And then at work, I lead a team of 3 people. And so you have all of this experience, right, in leading teams. You have all of this experience in teamwork and collaborating with people. And so we're going to take that demonstrated experience, right? We're going to take the existing experience that you already have. We're going to raise the skill articulation or raise your ability to speak to the skill. And then, right, we're going to put that in front of employers and tell them how your skill set around teamwork and leading teams can solve an existing problem in their organization, right? So we're going to use that demonstrated experience. We're going to raise a level of articulation, moving it from a team player to stakeholder engagement, for example, a higher level of speaking to the skill. And then I'm going to put you in front of employers who you can then articulate that I can use this skill around stakeholder engagement to solve your organizational problems with engaging your customer, your clients, your students, your stakeholders, etc. So then you shift from I'm a team player to I partner with senior leadership teams to assess knowledge gaps and provide relevant resolutions resulting in program enhancements during an organizational restructure, right? That right there is the work that I do with my mentees in program. Shifting you from basic, right? Like a basic, like I'm a team player, I'm a hard worker, I help people, to actually speaking to your demonstrated experience at a higher level and speaking to the problem that you solve. Because employers are looking for problem solvers, right? Employers are looking for problem solvers. No longer can employers, sit around and listen to you talk about your passion and your purpose. They care very little about passion and purpose. What they care more about is how they can leverage your skill set to help them solve their problems. And in most organizations, their problems are, how can we get more customers? How can we retain the customers we have? How can we make more money with these customers? How can we put a new program, product, something in front of these customers to gain their attention and help them be loyal, right? And the skills, the knowledge, the talent, the expertise, the degrees, the credentials, the certifications that you already have can solve organizational problems and help you make more money. But only if you know how to speak to that in a way that's actually going to make employers take notice. And this strategy alone helps my mentees apply for less jobs and get way better results, right? They're hearing back from employers. They're going on interviews. They're getting job offers. They're negotiating the job offers. They're accepting job offers at a higher rate than women who do not work with me. And that's because they know this strategy inside and out. And I teach it to them again and again and again in my Mentor Me Accelerator program. You can apply for less jobs, right? You don't have to grind. You don't have to, do the most. You don't have to be out here networking and waiting for somebody to put you on and wait until you finish school and waiting till this and wait until that. You can use the skills you already have to make more money and advance your career. And my job as a mentor is to teach you how to do that on your resume, on your cover letter, on your LinkedIn, in interviews, so that when you get in front of an employer, you can easily do that, talk about your demonstrated experience at a high level, gain their attention, and position yourself as a top candidate. So if this has been helpful to you, just let me know in the chat. Yes, Ashley, this is helpful. I absolutely understand this strategy. This makes me feel like I can apply for less jobs and actually position myself as an expert. Just let me know if this is helpful to you in the chat. I just want to make sure we're on the same page, that you're understanding this strategy of demonstrated experience, that you're understanding speaking to this strategy at a higher level. I'm going to go through one more example, but I just want to make sure that this is resonating with you. If you have any questions about this strategy or working with me as a mentor, go ahead and type those in the comment section as well. I want to make sure that I answer your questions in today's live. I want to make sure that you feel fully supported to make the best next decision for you. And I certainly hope that that's mentorship with me. So again, I've gone through two of the strategies that you can use to apply for less jobs and get more callbacks and engagement from employers using this strategy called demonstrated experience. If this has been helpful for you, just let me know. Yes, Ashley, this has been helpful. I'm learning a lot here. This has been really insightful. I understand. And then if you have any questions about the strategy, go ahead and type those in the comment section as well. I want to make sure that I answer your questions in today's live so I can give you the support that you need to advance your career. Okay, so we're going to talk about the third and final you need to enhance your materials and actually gain the attention of top paying employers. And that strategy, again, is around demonstrated experience. So this idea of using the experience, the demonstrated experience that you already have done in your career. And again, each of you have done so much in your career. And I know that sometimes we're well, I'm kind of young. I ain't done that much, or I'm old. I did a lot of my career early, but I ain't done none in a couple of years. I guarantee you that each of you have skill sets that would help you garner a minimum of 6 figures, right? I have a mentee, Antoinette, who just secured $124,000 annual salary, $124,000 annual salary using the skills that she already had. This salary increase is about a $44,000 salary increase. Before working with me, she was making about $80,000 a year. She now makes $124,000 a year using the same skills, the same knowledge, the same expertise. She did not have to go get a new degree. She did not have to go get another credential. She did not have to go get some other certification, right? She's using the same skills that she came to me with, but I helped her speak to those skills in a more impactful way. I helped her advocate for herself at a higher level. And now we've secured over a $40,000 salary increase. And that's available for you too. Through my mentorship, I help high achieving professional women like you make more money and have more impact. So the third strategy that I wanted to talk about, again, under this umbrella of demonstrated experience, is for those of you who are good with numbers, right? If you're good with numbers, if you're good with data, if you get a spreadsheet and you can make it work, if you see numbers, you see the results and you're like, oh yeah, based on the results, I think we should do this or we should do that. A lot of you are number people, right? But you don't know it. Some of y'all had a traumatic experience with fractions in the third grade and now you shied away from numbers, or, you like, well, listen, my partner does the budget. I don't do the budget, so I'm not a numbers person. But a lot of you are numbers people. A lot of you know more about numbers and data than you realize. And so as a mentor, and so many of us are using data, right? So many of us are using numbers. We get a bill from our kids' school about their basketball league and how much it's going to cost a month to participate or how much it's going to cost a year to participate. And then we break that number down into our budget. And then we think about how much money we need to make sure that they have to cover the basketball fees. Or we're like at the grocery store, like, okay, I went to Target for 3 items, but I picked up 16. So how much of my budget am I going to be using in Target today? Like, a lot of us are number people. We don't sort of recognize that skill within ourselves, but that's my job. My job as a mentor is to help you actually see yourself at a higher level so you can use that vision of yourself to actually make more money in industry, right? And so you don't have to be a whiz at Excel. You don't know you have to use every database, but a lot of you are better at numbers than you realize, and that is a 6-figure skill. And so instead of just saying, I'm a numbers person, or I know how to use data, or one time I opened a spreadsheet too, right? Instead of kind of being basic about it, we want to use our demonstrated experience, the experience we have every day with data and numbers, to speak to the fact that I analyze data from organization-wide assessments, from mid and end of year performance evaluations, to identify needed interventions and performance improvement plans for staff across the organization. Right? Your ability to speak to your skill set at a higher level shifts you from, oh yeah, we don't need to call her into an interview, to let's get her in for an interview tomorrow. We need to talk to her. Right? But this is a skill, right? This is a skill. And it's not just you updating your resume or paying somebody to do your resume. This is about a shift in the way that you think about the experiences that you've had over the course of your career. And the experiences that you've had are immense. You've done some pretty remarkable things. You just don't see it like that. And my job is to kind of take the wool from over your eyes, help you see yourself in a higher level, help you build some career confidence, and use that newfound confidence to bring home a bag, right? And by bag, I mean money. To make more money and have more impact in your career, right? To really talk about the experience that you already have at a higher level so that employers can stop seeing you as an entry-level employee that they're only going to pay $50,000 a year. Because quite frankly, you can't afford to make $50,000 a year anymore. Throw some hearts up on the screen if that's you. If you're like, I can't afford to make $60,000 a year. $70,000 is not cutting it for me. I need to make more money. This little change ain't cutting it for me. And if that's where you are in your career, then we have to do something different in our career. And the something different isn't going back to school. It's not earning another credential. It's using the credentials you already have, using the degrees that you already have, using the knowledge that you already have. And my job as a mentor is to help teach you how to do that through mentorship in my accelerator. So if that sounds like what you're looking for, if you're excited to actually have some direction in your career, if you're excited to actually have some mentorship guiding you in your career, if you're excited to have some accountability and actually getting this career thing done, if you're excited to make more money or have more impact in your industry, then I'm the right mentor for you. And I invite you to join the accelerator today. Again, you can do so right on my website at mentor-me.org. The link is also in my bio. Thanks so much for watching today's live. These 3 strategies under the umbrella of demonstrated experience are a game changer for my mentees. And I'm so excited that you joined today's live to learn more about how you can use demonstrated experience to actually drive massive results in your job search, get in front of top paying employers, and position yourself as a top candidate. Again, this skill of demonstrated experience is a skill that I teach in the Mentor Me Accelerator, and we get to go deeper into the strategy in the program. And then I'm reviewing your materials, your resume, your cover letter, your LinkedIn, every interview question that you go through. I'm reviewing those line by line by line so that I can give you even more strategy and in-depth support to actually drive quick results in your job search so that we can get unstuck in our career and actually make more money and have more impact. So many of you, right, have skills, have talent, have expertise that you're not using, that you're wasting, that's underutilized because you have not committed to getting the help that you need in mentorship to actually drive your career forward. You're leaving tens of thousands of dollars on the table because you haven't yet committed to using the skills that you already have to make more money and have more impact in your career. But the strategies that I teach in my mentorship program, this idea of demonstrated experience is available to you. And it's really powerful, particularly for those women who have 3 years, 5 years, 10 years of experience. For those women who already have a degree, they already have a credential. They're just like, how do I use this to actually advance? Like, I feel so stuck. Like, I have this degree, I have this credential, but how do I actually use it? Right? And if that sounds like you, that's a clear sign that you would be a great fit for mentorship. And we can leverage mentorship to help you advance your deepest desires in your career. And for you, that might be like working less. Right? Like, you want to get a new job so you can work less, so you don't have to grind, so you don't have to be stressed. Maybe for you, it's about getting a new job because you are tired of being in the middle management and you actually want to run things in this organization or in another organization. You want to run things in the industry. You don't want to be told what to do. You want to be making the decisions. Maybe for you, it's about making more money. Like, for you, it's like, I need a $30,000 salary increase to actually pay down debt, to start to save, and to like build some financial freedom and flexibility in my life. Whatever that desire is, right? Whatever that desire is, there's a pathway for you to get to that desire through mentorship. And I'm excited to share that I'm welcoming new mentees into my program. And the time for you to join is right now. So be sure to hop in my DMs with any questions you have about mentorship. If you've been thinking about it for weeks, months, maybe years, you've been following me for years, but we've never hopped on a call. Now is the time for you to kind of like stop stalling and lurking and looking and actually go ahead, engage me in person. So we can get you the help that you need. And we can stop kind of stalling in your career, and we can actually get started on something that's really going to help you advance the desires you have for your career. I'm so excited that you joined today's live. If you're watching on replay, type replay right here. Let me know that you made it to the end of the live. And I'm excited for us to go deeper in strategy with you, right? And for us to actually use the demonstrated experience that you already have over the course of your career to drive massive impact to help it advance. Thanks so much for watching. Talk soon. Bye.